All right. Officially speaking, this world all began right about here. This point, this pillar of stone bricks is actually 0, 0 in this world. Um, Now you'll notice. Oh, Alpha Thumb, you'll get him next time. Recording. I'm just gonna use the stream bot. I don't have. Uh, I've been experiencing some disk issues on my PC, and I don't want to stress it out by trying to record to it. Also, I don't actually mind just using the VOD because I save those, and I just don't care that much. Uh, I'm not doing this edited video style. I'm just talking live, and I don't think I care enough to try to record as well. I know that'll cause bitrate issues, and it'll cause other issues for you guys because that's just going to stress my already very weak PC even more. So it all began right here. I actually think technically I spawned in originally over there, and then immediately what I did was change my game mode to creative, fly over to. Hang on, wait for it. Fly over to. Where is it? Oh, I'm so far south. I missed it. Fly over to this island, set world spawn there, and set my game back to survival. That's the first thing I did in this world. If I want to be completely honest with you, I spent some time scouting out this world seed in advance, and I knew that this little island was where I wanted my starter base to be. But world spawn is over here, so I flew over here. World spawn officially is. I think it's officially this block right here. This house brings back memories. Yeah, it's either officially that block or it's this. I don't remember. It's world spawn officially is in this area back here. This is where official world spawn is. It doesn't. It's in this chunk, I believe. Because every time I respawn on top of this, if I go through the end, actually we can check if I throw an item into the end portal. We can figure out exactly which block it is. It might be one of these. It might be this one right here. It's somewhere back here. It doesn't actually matter. Set my world spawn here, and then I built this little base. This was my starter base. This is my starter dog. Start another portal with all my utility blocks here. I think this cauldron's still full. Had my little pantry. I was proud of this. I had a little pantry here where I kept all my food. These are all my food resources, because you'll notice none of these are for food. But there's actually still items in some of these chests that I've not been bothered to take out of. Mostly because if whatever. There's some items in here. I got a little super smelter, have a little auto composter. I got my fish tank. I believe this is not one of the named fish. I think this is a rare fish species, a 1 in 10 fish species. I've got my jukebox. I got my little enchanting room back here I got my potion brewing set up. I'm generally quite proud of this base. I also have my very first pickaxe. I use it to mine a whopping 15 stone. Probably out of this hole right here, honestly. I got these. The frog lights are a later addition, but everything else was built pretty much right when I started this world. I was not streaming at the time. We have this. This leads down to my very first mine shaft. This world was started in 116, so it was still optimal to mine at Y10. What was I doing? Why was I mining at Y10? Y13? Come on, me. Come on, me from the past. Somewhere down here exists the cave that I found where I found my first diamonds. I took a screenshot of it. So I think it was here. I'm pretty sure it was here. I think it was here. I believe those were my first diamonds. I'm gonna go pull up that screenshot. Rookie mistakes. I know, I was a rookie then. Oh wait, I gotta go this folder. Okay. Nope, sorry, that's not where my first diamonds were. I'm pulling up the screenshot right now because I at that point I was still using some vanilla tweaks data packs, which I've since removed. But this one had the coordinates. So that was at 460 negative 66. So 460. Oh, is this 460 negative 266? It's right here. 460 is negative 266. It was right here. Yeah, I can match the lava pool. No, wait, can I? It looks a little different now, actually, than on my screenshot. But I can see a diorite pad. Oh, no, maybe it was... Oh, it was here. It was here. This is it. Actually, that's it. Yeah. I will actually share you guys this screenshot because I think it's fun. Let's pull back up MS Paint. Yes, I know there... You can... Yep. Oh, it's really low resolution. Oh, no, it's gotten squished. I'm just going to zoom in on it. If you look here, and then you look here... Oops. You can see that this is this granite. And then if you look back here, you can see that if you look back here, you can see that oh, you guys can't even see that. Why can't you see that? Can you not see MS Paint? Oh, there you go. You can see here this diorite patch, and you can see this cobblestone that I placed. So this is where I found my first ever diamonds. Figured that would be cool. I found my first ever diamonds here in this mine. I could, right, because I dug the main branch out, and then once I hit diamonds, I guess I turned around to go craft with them. Oh, I was still being cheap. Oh, actually, this is a slab floor. I believe these are waterlogged. Yeah, these are waterlogged, so I can pull this as an input water source back here. That's why they're like that. I've got a conduit under here. This was a much later addition, just so that I could swim in the area around my island without drowning. Not much else special about this island. We've got my parrot. Importantly, we have Duck, who is my first pet. This is actually the original Duck. Duck used to be free range on this island until, well, Duck used to be free range, but Duck used to always get stuck somewhere back here. I think I adjusted the terrain. Somewhere back here, there used to be a spot that Duck could get stuck in. I believe it looked like this. Duck could, for some reason, pathfind... Oh, no. I used to harvest these cocoa beans for cocoa beans. Duck would pathfind in here when the cocoa beans were small, and then couldn't get out once they grew. So Duck actually got stuck in there like 4 times. And then eventually, I was like, wait, Duck's missing. And Duck was floating in the water, like, all the way out here. And that's when Duck lives now in the animal pen. Duck now lives in the animal pen, in it where it's safe. Also, I used to have a lot more cows and sheep in here, but I killed them for lag reasons because these are this is spawn chunks. This right here is Gregor Mendel, notorious Gregorian monk who discovered the father of modern genetics. Can you tell him I study? He's got my mending book. I believe this name was actually suggested by a friend of mine at the time. I was like, what should I name my mending villager? And he's like, name it Gregor Mendel. I think we were taking it. Well, no, because I started this... What year did I start this world? 2020. August 19th, 18th, I forget which day exactly. 2020. So, well over 5 years ago at this point. But that means I would have been before my senior year of college. It would have been about just I would have taken AP Bio, yeah. This guy just gives me emeralds. He also sells poison and blindness dues, and this guy sells me my own face. This is a custom Vanilla Tweaks. Whoops. This is a custom Vanilla Tweaks villager. I've almost never used this, but I have it here because I might eventually use it in the future. I don't even remember why I chose to use gold, and I'll probably change if I ever use this for something. I will likely change this to a diamond, just to make it cost something. But here's I think a relatively old map of the island. Actually, I don't know. Point is, this is my starter base. We've got a little dock. We've got some nice palm trees. We got a little boat. We got some villagers. We got a cute little decorated island. Arguably, it's over decorated. I would never build like this nowadays. Skyrim's face sculptor arrives in Minecraft. Exactly. But I like it. The next... I'm going to try to go in world order. But I will stop going in... Sorry, I say world order. I will stop going in the order of things that I've done when I decide that I've done. Well, aka when I forget. But I do know the next thing I did was I boated over to... Actually, I actually didn't boat over to this island. I frostwalkered over to this island. I distinctly remember that. And I set up this little building right here. And also this crop farm and this little tent. It's not nighttime yet. importantly, the reason why I set this up is because this was the first skeleton spawner that I discovered. This right here is a single skeleton spawner. This was my original XP source. I used this a lot, as you actually can't. Well, you can tell by the arrows. I don't actually need to be down there. But this was my early game XP farm. I built this little area here, and then this path stopped here. I actually didn't do any more work on here for some time, although I honestly could not tell you when I started working on it again. So we will no longer be going in chronological order because I don't remember. Now we're going to go in order by area. Next thing, what's nearby is this little like town. This was my original plan for this island, was to kind of fill this lower portion with like a township that supports the castle on the hill. And I still might do that. I've got the options open. I just haven't put any work towards that in a very, very long time. The goal is kind of like a loose build style, like similar texturing patterns, but I'm not bothered about keeping things consistent. I got a little barn. Importantly, up here is my netherwort farm. Still, this is not finished still. I've got a little hay cart, little barn storage. Got some donkeys and mules. These guys really like to climb up on top of the hay bales. At least this guy does. We've got back here is my chicken farm. I'm actually still to this day quite proud of this build. I think it's very well done. There used to be an automatic chicken farm down here. The farm is still there, but I've since killed the chickens powering it for lag reasons. I don't need it anymore. I think there's extra chicken stored somewhere up here. But this is a build I'm generally quite proud of. I've got a little chickens back here with their little nests. I got a little bench here for sitting. But this is a kind of when I was still really pretty much only a builder. I did a little bit of farm stuff, but not much. I was pretty much exclusively a builder at this time. I got a little outhouse. We've got this area. I'm still amazed that these bees are alive, by the way. They should not be alive. They've been here for almost 5 real life years. This is an old house. I would never build with honeycomb anymore. Well, I might. But this was my original honey farm. I actually did need to come down here. I need to check how much beeswax I had stockpiled. Plenty, because we're going to need to put this in the redstone crafter. This is my little honey farm. These guys are still going strong after all these years. Next, generally, well, I'm just going to go down this path. Got a little wheat farm. We've got these two little builds. These ones were done a little bit later. This build I'm actually also immensely proud of. Sometimes you can tell build dates by block palettes. This uses azalea leaves and moss, so it had to be later than all these because those were all built in 1.16. I'm actually generally still quite proud of this build. Look, you can also tell no chiseled bookshelves. If I thought of it, I'll come back. If I ever think of it, I'll come back and replace this with a chiseled bookshelf instead of the back of a loom, which is what we used to use as empty bookshelves. Why is it all covered in moss and azalea leaves? Because that was my build style at the time. That's just a thing that I did. I really liked putting leaves on builds, and so I did. I've kind of migrated out of that a little bit. I've toned it down, but that was very much my build style at the time, was to put leaves on everything. But this has also got a little greenhouse, which I'm actually still very proud of. I think this came out very well. I love the coral. I love the little waterfall and the little farms and the hanging plants. I love the hanging plants. Still generally quite proud of this. I actually really happy with how it looks from the outside, looking in with the windows. I think this is nice. Generally proud of this build. You can also still see more remnants of my old build style. I was really obsessed with putting trapdoors around windows. As you can see from up there, kind of migrated out of that a little bit. This bridge exists. And then we got this little build. Fun fact, this build was originally going to go on that island and was originally going to be my starter base when I first picked this seed and started this world. This was a lot of these houses were creative designed and then built with the schematic. But that's the story of that house originally. When we go back this way, we have just more little builds. We've got little fish smoker, got a little dock that kind of like sticks out the back of the town. I still need to put something here. We've got this little build, which is what I don't know, it's nothing special. We've got a pickle on a shelf apparently. I don't know why that's there. But then, not built next, not even close, just in this area. I built this lighthouse. I'm actually still generally proud of this lighthouse. If I built it now, I would do some things different, but I think it came out well. The fun fact, this island is still not done. I've got like this custom terraining because I was like, oh, if there needs to be jagged rocks here, and I'm mostly happy with it where there's a lighthouse. Whatever, I think it came out pretty okay, but this island is still not done. Got an inside. I think there's my ender chest in there. Got a little interior decorated. I don't think I've done the interiors on any floor. I still haven't done the interiors on the other floors. Generally proud of this build. It's got a little potato farm. You can see this this like rock pile style around gardens is actually something I still haven't grown out of because I also did it here. And nope, that's actually I also did it there. That's actually the only other place on this island, but I've done it before. But also back around here, we've got this little shed. We've got this little thing, which I actually still don't love this little pathway. I did finish it. I don't love the sides of the path blocks. I should cover those, but oh well. Actually, I actually do like that. How that works. We got this little build here. Down here is my old copper farm. This is a this is a completely automatic, but immensely slow, single zombie spawner-based copper farm. Zombie spawn. We're not going to wait for them because it takes forever. You have to sort out the babies, which is why this is here. The babies get sorted out. Well, the babies are supposed to get sorted out. I don't know, it doesn't work great. But the zombies come up here, they get converted to drowns, they then fall down here, and they die here. This thing is immensely slow, but it does work. This thing is because there is an automatic bed recycling system. Basically, drowns when they're under Y0, when they're under Y64, like you can see these guys slowly converting here. When drowns are under Y64, at night, they try to swim upwards, which means all the water streams back here break. So I designed a system, well, if you activate this, I designed a system that pushes up these blocks, dispenses water here, and pushes the player who is holding down right-click along here. Oops. The player then sleeps, gets spit out of the bed, gets flushed down here, up this water stream, through over around here, all the while holding down right-click and swinging left-click, gets aligned to the trapdoors, falls down, and continues being able to AFK here. Was that unnecessary? Yes. Am I proud of it? Also, yes. But that was originally because when I first updated this world to 1.17, I didn't want to explore, but I still wanted some copper. So I built a copper farm so that I didn't have to go explore new terrain to get copper. Moving onwards from this barn, we have some pathway. We have this little area. This is my mine. Well, this is a building that's not finished. This was supposed to be a blacksmith's, as you can tell. This is also more recently, because there's calcite in this build. Yeah, this is not, and deep slate. This is not finished. This little area is my little access to my mine. That takes you all the way down to the mine. This area right here, I'm not going to go down there because we were down there like a couple episodes ago, leads down to my amethyst geode. And also glow squid farm, I guess. Also, that's a baby glow squid. Yeah, this leads down to my amethyst geode. Not super important. This is a little mine area. I still don't love these deep slate rocks here, but it's been like that for a very long time, and I'm not changing it anytime soon. Back this way, we have a second mine. Do not ask me why there are two. All right, you asked why there are two. I'll tell you why there are two. Don't ask me why there are torches every block, because I don't know. There are two because this mine is if I ever want to do 1.16 era or 1.17 era strip mining, I can still do it in this area because all of this terrain is all, well, not this. Wow, we forgot we loaded all this. All of this area down here is all 1.16 era terrain, which means that there are still 1.16 era diamond rates at this level. So if I ever want to strip mine, I can do that from here. This mine is designed for that level strip mining, and this is designed for mining deep slate down there. Also, this one has a cool automated minecart system that you can tell how old this is because we didn't use modern style cart eaters, we used cactus. I'm not going to go all the way down there because it takes forever and it doesn't work all the time. But that's what this area is. If we go this way, we have the first build I did in this world that I was really proud of, which is this little like pirate village sort of thing. I don't know. I'm just still happy with how this build came out. With the little boats and the little dockyard, I'm still happy with this build. I think it came out really good. I love all the campfires. I love the little like workshop out here. The interiors. Well, this interior is actually the worst interior. I do love the interiors. Like, this is supposed to be like a little general store. I love my cookie resource pack too, with like all the items on the campfires. I'm mostly proud of this area. Got little storage piles. Like, these are supposed to be apples, and these are like kelp barrels with like a log pile. I'll get less specific about the builds later on. This over here is a fun little build. This is my suspicious stew generator. Oh, really, Lily of the Valley? Lily of the Valley is poison, isn't it? Yeah. Hang on, I'm just gonna poison myself really quick. This is my... If you feed a brown cow, a brown mushroom... Okay, just give me the azure bluet. I don't want anything else but the azure bluet. Stop it. Just give me the azure bluet. No, just azure bluet, please. Just give me the azure bluet. Come on. Azure bluet, please. Nope. There it is. If you feed a brown mushroom a mushroom and then milk it, you get a suspicious stew crafted with that effect. The only reason why this is here is because the azure bluet stew gives you blindness. So, unironically, the only reason why this entire build is here is because the azure bluet gives you blindness, and I think it's funny. I think blindness is an underappreciated effect in this game, but this is a little thing I designed exclusively to, yeah, there's a little bit of redstone under here. Oh, it's not very complicated redstone. But this is a system I designed just to... There's a brown mushroom right here. We also got a couple more brown mushrooms on the side. But also, fun fact, to come full circle, this portion of path right here is what I worked on episode 1. That VOD is now gone, unfortunately, but this little path portion is what we worked on episode 1. And it's kind of cool that that's still right next to my main base. We also, the next thing, or actually technically in order, not the next thing before all those things, we have this castle, which actually is significantly worse than I could build these days. It's not bad. It's just also not very good. I actually don't mind these roofs, but I'm still unhappy with those roofs. I've decided one of my goals for this world is that I will never tear down old builds. Every build will stay. Not all farms will stay. Every decorative build will stay. Mostly unupgraded, as like a reminder of how my build style used to be. Because I think that's neat. Okay, we're actually not gonna be out here because there are mobs. Gate. Redstone gate. Cool. You guys have seen me here a million times. Storage room. Bed. There are farms in most of the towers. The Great Hall. Down here is... this is... I don't know what this room is supposed to be. It's a bunch of things all at once. And then actually the room I'm most proud of decoration-wise is up here. It's the little winery in the attic. I think this is a well-decorated room. I like the fact that I've used... there's kind of a bit of a lore thing here. I'm using netherwort blocks up here. And then down here are actually fire coral, like less fermented berries. Also, I'm very proud of this little wine press with the half slab here. I think this is a clever building technique, and I'm proud of it. So that's what this is up here. I'm proud of that build. I wanted to show it off again. Got my little super smelter or furnace setup. This build, not that important. My favorite thing about it though is that if you right click on this slab, there's a hidden water source underneath it. I think that's cool. There are farms in all the towers. They're all very slow, but they do exist. This tower over here is a purely decorative tower that you actually can't access from inside. You have to fly up or underpearl onto this roof. And then you can come over here to this little, like, wizard tower thing. I think I've actually since killed all the bees up here for lag reasons. There's a cat back here. Lime press, does it press other types of citrus? I mean, I guess it could if there were... Ah! Oh, don't shoot my horse, please, skeleton. Hey, skeleton, you want a piece of this? Get wrecked. This is my horse. This is Fred. Fred is very fast. Fred has a speed of almost 13. Also, there are some skeleton horses and 2 pigs. This pig is apparently named Crispy Bacon. And Technoblade. Rest in peace. I honestly forgot that I named these guys. I don't know. I don't remember doing that, but I did. This guy, I definitely named this pig Technoblade after he passed. And this guy is Crispy Bacon. I honestly don't know. All I love is that because Fred is such a particularly fast horse, like, speed of 12 is actually, 12 and a half is actually really high. Every time I walk past here, he, like, zooms over, and I hear, like, really fast hoof clopping. And it's honestly really entertaining. Something else cool about this area is this. I guess I turned off the music intentionally. How do I get over how I activate this? I think I do this. Nope. There we go. That's, for those who are unaware, that's Brahms' Lullaby. It's a very famous, like, bedtime nursery rhyme lullaby. And I like it. It it goes off. I have this button right here actually toggles between lullaby on and lullaby off. I unfortunately keep it off most of the time because I actually find it really disruptive when I'm streaming and have music playing. But if I am playing alone in this world, with either Minecraft music on or with no music, I do tend to turn it on if I'm in this area because I really like it. But the reason why this is here is because I love having a bell that tells me when to go to sleep. This bell, well, actually, currently it's this bell, but actually when the lullaby's going, it's also this bell. This bell rings about 10 seconds before I can sleep in game, or during thunderstorms. It also rings during thunderstorms. And I like being able to, I like getting the audible indicator that it's time to sleep. But this is still my main base. I spend a lot of time in this castle. This is my storage room that's getting too small, as you can tell by the fact that these chests are starting to encroach this way on the wall. But this is my original storage room. Technically, this is my second storage room because my starter base was over here. But this is kind of the heart of my base. Heart of my world is here. This really is where it all began. I don't know what project I worked on next. At this point, my memory is not amazing, so we're just gonna kind of do a big circle. We're gonna do a big circle around the decorated exterior of the world, and I think the best place to start is gonna be over across back here. Project is episode 100. Sure, also I built this boat. This boat is actually the source of a bit of a mental conflict in this world for me. This boat remains the only build in this world that I didn't design. It's not the only thing in this world that I didn't design. Many of the farms in this world, like over there, this is Ilmango's Peaceful Iron Farm, many of the farms are not designed by me. I'm not pretending those are designed by me. This build is the only decorative build in this world not designed by me, because I built it a long time ago. It's designed by this person on Reddit. I have half a mind to tear it down. I'm gonna be honest. I have half a mind to tear this down so that every build in this world can be designed by me, but this has also been here for 5 real-life years and 1,500 hours, and I also don't want to tear it down. So, also, technically, the build is upgraded by me because these chests and stuff were not part of the build. So take it or leave it. But I'm kind of internally debating about whether I want to tear that down. Ilmango's Iron Farm built this super early, got these villagers and the villagers for over here from a village that's here that no longer exists. Over here we have the TNT Farm v version 2. This is the one that works. I'm actually endlessly proud of this design. Also, the main thing I will remember about this design forever is that I built it when Zaloy XP was here, and that guy's famous. So, still, I am actually legitimately proud of this design. I think it's well put together. It works great. This mangrove farm, designed by, I think, Frunocraft, but I need to go around and still fix this, but pretty much every farm I ever build I had no hand in has a sign labeling whose design it is. Now, I actually don't see one, which is, I'm a little disappointed of myself. I will need to fix that. But I believe this farm is designed by Frunocraft. He makes great farms. Honestly, he does a good job. This right here is my resin farm. This is a really old version. They're better now. This is an old version. Actually, I don't think the 48 heart farm has gotten too much better than this. Actually, I think this is a pretty up-to-date version. We can look in my... actually, let me see if I look up Mangrove, if the schematics... Okay, so this is actually Doc M77's Mangrove farm. I did modify it so it doesn't do TNT. That is the thing that I did. The Mangrove farm is... I don't know why Mangrove is coming up with this name, which doesn't have Mangrove in it, but oh well. Apparently this is Doc M's design, or at least this design that Doc M used. If we look at resin farms, we'll see that... my guess is this is version 1.0, and that this right here is version... Yeah, so this is a little different. I moved this up a little bit, and I used some different tech underneath here. We use observers instead. They're basically the same. They're functionally identical. Point is, that's my resin farm design. I'm proud of it. This desert is kind of my testing grounds. You can see all the creeper holes. And over here, we have my original moss farm. This one's also designed by me. It's terrible. This is actually... Oh, you can see I was farming some pale moss. This is actually an ancient version of a moss farm that I still build now. That is also my design. But this is the original version. And it's terrible. So bad. It's a hot mess. But designed by me, so what can you really do? Moving onwards, we have... Well, we're going in a circle. We're gonna move southwards now. Half a mind, just a my or an NT, perhaps an IN. Oh, Kyle. Oh, hey, Kyle. If you want to give me money, I wrote a whole command especially for you. I did this afternoon. This is special. This is especially for you. Really, this is for no one else. It's only for Kyle. Also, don't do it if you don't want to. I don't actually care. But I wrote this command for you because you keep doing the emotes and they keep doing the emote things. Is there a floating block over? Oh, it's a B. This is my super smelter. This also lacks a sign, but I know this was designed by Cubic Meter. It's a great 64 furnace precision coal-powered super smelter. It works great. It's pretty complicated. It works. It works. Honestly, big fan. Just runs on coal blocks, which is important because I have a lot of them. Not much else to speak of there. There will be a build that goes over it eventually. That's been pushed off pretty significantly at this point. Next we have, well, actually we'll come back to this. Don't worry. Have it up here. We're making a pit stop. This is my broken ocean monument. This is, as you can tell by looking at it, a real vanilla generated ocean monument. What it also does is no longer spawn guardians anymore. It actually is broken. Something that you guys may or may not know about ocean monuments is they're not supposed to spawn mobs. Regular mobs, I'm gonna get out of here before I get shot or exploded. Regular mobs are not supposed to be able to spawn in ocean monument structures. It's because this structure is no longer an ocean monument. The game no longer considers this an ocean monument for some reason. I don't know why. You broke it? I sure did. I don't know how. I don't know how to put it back. This ocean monument, as well as my nether fortress at spawn, are no longer considered those structures. For whatever reason, the game has forgotten that they are structures. This world is very old. I mean, it's 5 years old. This world is quite old. It's been through a lot of versions. I think I've probably like accidentally loaded it with mods or something at some point. Honestly, at this point, who knows? It could be for any number of reasons. It honestly could be for any number of reasons. But this, where we're up to next, is an active. It is a semi-active build project. It's less active than some and more active than others. This eventually is going to be a pretty large city. I'm planning for it to take up pretty much this whole, well, really just up to here, but pretty much this whole space right here. I'll get to it eventually. I'm proud of the docks, although I don't care for these buildings. I won't be tearing them down. Like I said earlier, nothing gets torn down in this world, but I don't care for this world. I think somewhere here there was supposed to be a sign, because I officially hit 500 hours, or 1,000 followers working on this project, whatever. Not important. This little build, little guard towers over here, eventually will become something more significant. There's also a lighthouse here. This lighthouse I am also proud of, but fun little fact, something that I am doing with all of the worlds. So, for those of you who are familiar with the wonderful Stenos, will know that Stenos has kind of a fantasy, story-driven build plan for his entire world. I've got plans inspired by that. Dotted around the world, dotted around the Central Ocean, are places where I plan to build cities. All of the cities get a lighthouse. They all get a lighthouse and a nether portal. That's something that every city will have. There will be, if you want to learn more about the cities, you can check the pinned comment in my Discord. In the Minecraft channel by Discord. I'm not going to go over them right now because it's going to take 10 minutes and I don't want to. But there's one here. There will be one here, 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 here. I think that's all of them. And here. I missed that one. I think that's all of them. Yeah. But they all get a lighthouse, which is just something that I think is a cool idea. But back here, we have the pride and joy of this area, and what will remain the biggest build, because it's not allowed to become a smaller, and it's not allowed to not remain the biggest build, is this over-decorated. This is too much. This is too busy. I've acknowledged that. My build style used to... Okay, well, I actually can't complain about these because I built this pretty recently. The build is actually okay. I think the build is appropriately detailed. You can still see I was still in my put leaves everywhere phase. I don't love this build style anymore. You can tell I did this recently because it has pink petals. It's okay. I don't think I'm going to tear it down. Like I said, don't tear stuff down. Still might tear it down anyways. This is my toolsmith, weaponsmith, armorsmith. I actually managed to get none of those. Oh no, these are toolsmith, armorsmith, weaponsmith. Villagers. These guys have all been zombified down to 1 emerald trades. These were all legacies villagers from 1.21. Nope, 1.20.1. And these guys are all legacy cured down to 1 emerald, and they're cool. How much time passes between allowed to change build versus considered done no touch? I want to say a year, but it's not actually the time doesn't matter. It's active work. I'm not allowed to change this anymore. I'm not allowed to change these builds because I have not been actively working on this project. Let's say, for example, I haven't done a... Okay, you know what? This village right here. This project is still within the realm of I'm allowed to change stuff. Interestingly enough, not on this build, not on this house, or this house. Not on these buildings. Those buildings are off limits, but these buildings are still very much... not this one either, actually. These buildings right here are still very much, and the docks are still very much within the realm of allowed. Why? I don't know. Also, it's because, actually, the reason why these are still allowed is because I actively don't like them, whereas these ones I was happy with at the time. Because it's more about seeing how my build style has evolved than it is about not being allowed to change old stuff. As I've been talking, I've realized the answer to my question. Was it finished? Did I decide I was done with it? these builds I decided I was done with. I stopped working on these, and I still knew I wasn't done. But I was done with this build, and this build. Therefore, I'm allowed to modify these, but not these. Because when I was working on these, I decided I was done. I decided I was done with this like a terraining around here. I actually did it around the whole build. I still do the path, obviously, but I decided I was done with that. Therefore, if I decided I was completed with it at the time, it no longer gets upgraded. Oh, I think I have gift as an owner only command. There you go. Mostly because... Oh! Kyle! Oh, this man is too nice. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Kyle. You really are very nice, Kyle. I will not ask you for any music anytime soon. That's actually maybe not true. I actually have... It's not on Steam. The music's not on Steam, so I need to get it gifted. You're too nice, Kyle. Seriously, I do mean it. You are the best. But I may update... Okay. Anytime the only things I will ever update that command with are video game soundtracks that I want to use as stream music. I don't like downloading music illegally. It's sketchy. But also, I like to support the creators of the content. So I try to buy them through official means when possible. Same reason why I don't pirate video games is because most video games is because I like to support the creators. I like to support the people who made it. But if I ever want a video game soundtrack, I'll put it there. And it's up to people. If people would like to support me, as I do not have subs, and I will not, if people would like to support me, that is there to be supported by. This build, we were just here the other day. This build houses my old mob farm. It just does. I'm actually still quite proud of this build. I think it's very nice. Fun little fact. I built this build when I rediscovered Etho's videos, and Etho builds melon trees, and this is a melon tree. It's also a melon tree because there's an item stream underneath it, and I needed to hide it. But I'm generally quite proud of this build. It's fully interiored. Yeah, it's got a full interior. You can still sell no decorated shelves. A little closet. That's not finished. Not finishing that. But generally proud of this little build here. I think it's pretty good. Also, fun fact. When I built this, I originally wanted to use beetroots for this little patch of terrain here, because I thought it was eccentric and etho-y, which was the build style for this tree. Ooh, thunderstorm. I actually did not have any beetroots. I had to go raid end cities to get beetroots to fill this in. Next, we are on to... Oh, the bamboo farm. Oh, this is where I do raids, by the way. Not important. Oh, I don't have... That's where I fight raids. Over there, if I want to manually fight raids. Yes. Thunderstorm, like I said. Who sent me a message on Discord? Thank you, Kyle. I just got the Kyle! Kyle! That's not what I... This man... Kyle... Kyle, this goes in the World Tour recording. Okay. Kyle is the... Oh, Kyle. Kyle may have just bought my entire Steam wishlist. It was like 6 games, to be fair. Oh, you were eyeing it. Oh, wait, that was Geeky. What did you guys do? Who did that? I thought that was Kyle. What did you do? Was that... Which of you was that? Okay, that was Kyle. That wasn't me, that was Kyle. Kyle did just buy my entire Steam wishlist. Oh, Kyle. To be fair, I did only have like 5 games on it. I'm sorry, I have all the Dredge DLCs, because I've been enjoying playing Dredge, and I want to play the DLCs. But I was waiting until they were on sale. No, Kyle, you were only supposed to buy the soundtracks. There's only supposed to be the soundtracks. That's all I asked for was the soundtracks, and I didn't even ask for it. I said if you wanted to. I thought about it, but I didn't want both of us to do it. I will not, because I feel bad about it. Okay, those were both very close. Those were both very close to me. I'm going to sleep really quick. I will not, for those of you anyone here, I will not be using that command or my Steam wishlist as a replacement for subs. Don't want to be doing that. It was supposed to be, Kyle, would you like to buy me more music? Not, Kyle, please buy everything off my Steam wishlist. Now, mind you, everything off my Steam wishlist was probably $30. It's not like it was hundreds of dollars. It was probably $30. But because for the most part, if I really want a game, I'll buy it on my own. But I was putting off the Dredge DLCs because I was putting it off, and the soundtracks because I frankly don't have the money lying around to justify on buying video game soundtracks. But I know I couldn't have timed my Hunters to the Winter Sale. Kyle, would you want to have me to have not streamed for a few months? Also, you could have waited till the Winter Sale to buy it. You didn't have to do it now. I mean, thank you. I am. That is really very, very kind. That's basically the equivalent of a tier 3 or 5 months of a tier 1 sub. And I do thank you. Thank you very much. But this is the Bamboo Farm. This was a big project that we worked on in August. I'm endlessly proud of it. This is all custom redstone done by me, as you can tell by, this hot mess. And this, well, this is actually not a hot mess. This is actually pretty well put together. But this is the Bamboo Farm. We're going to be back here likely today. We're going to be likely back here this evening. Because bamboo wood is how we're going to fuel the Ultimate Redstone Crafter. When do I get a gift command? Well, if you stream, you could make a gift command. These are all full of bamboo planks. This thing is, or blocks of bamboo. This thing's insanely fast. This thing is so fast. Oh, Kyle, you're so nice. You're so nice. Also, fun fact, Kyle, the other day I clicked on your username because I was curious how many mutual servers you were in together. So that I can gift things. I will next time I make the gift command, next time I put something on the gift command, which likely won't be for some time, I will replace the word if your name is Geeky Ninja or Kyle Vane. I will not. I don't plan on using it very frequently, because I feel bad about taking your money. At least this time, you're giving me money and I'm getting value out of it, and for some reason this feels better to me, and I don't know why. No, I do know why. It's because you're gifting me. You're giving me a gift and not paying me money. Because I don't want money for this, but a gift is something out of the kindness of your heart. I'll have the coordinates so you both don't get it. Well, I mean, I guess. Oh, this feels so great. Oh, this is ridiculous. I mean, I can, let you know when something goes on it, and then I'll let Kyle know for the next one? I don't know. I'm not going to do that. I feel bad. I feel kind of bad about it, but I will. You two are really so nice. I was going to say I'm not going to hesitate, but I will hesitate. But if I desire more video game soundtracks, I'll put them on the list. Just play the game where you give the waiter both cards and have the waiter choose. I'll make him flip a metaphorical coin. You guys really are the sweetest. Thank you. Well, we're talking about there are 3 people who are both gifted me. Well, I guess he's talked about it, but then also Kyle both keep gifting me video games, and it's really, you guys are too kind. I really cannot express how grateful I am that not only do you keep showing up, but also on top of the showing up and enjoying what I'm doing, feel the desire to give me gifts. This is our sugarcane farm. Don't ask me why it's underground. I don't know. I just decided to put it underground. It's huge. It's a big sugarcane farm. It works great. I never AFK here, and as a result, I don't have any sugarcane. This area, this little landmass, well, not really actually, because I actually do have a plan for this little inland lake town here. But originally, this area right here was planned to be like all of the generic farms that I couldn't fit anywhere else, but I've since decided that I probably won't be doing that all here. But not moving the sugarcane farm, because it took a lot of work to build. I was like 4 or 5 strings. One of us will get a refund. It'll be interesting to see which one he accepts. Oh god, no, that's like the evil version. That's making me pick. You can't make me do that. I mean, you can, actually. That's the thing you would do. No. Well, either I would accept half and half, or I would accept from whoever didn't do it last time. Kind of system. Well, coming out here, that's an amazing emote. Whose is that? It's apples. We're coming out here. We have my farmer villager trading hall and wheat farm. This is a pretty old build, as you can tell by the fact that it's covered in vines and also really small. In hindsight, I would have liked this pyramid much, much larger because it does not fill this island. From a build plan and from an aesthetic standpoint, it's way too small. Pumpkins, yeah, I got like, I've got a vague plan here. I got big pumpkins and melons. I haven't really worked this one out yet. Not to my modern build capabilities. This was designed a very long time ago. But it's not the size that matters. No, I am happy with this build. Again, this build is a build that I was happy with at the time, and therefore it does not get torn down. What it does get is to have builds go around it. I'll be putting other things around this. This is vaguely inspired by like Aztec and Incan, no, mostly Aztec pyramids. So I've got some inspiration there to build around it. I know I said I won't do this, but I was never actually happy with the pumpkins, and also I don't care. I may be tearing down the pumpkins. Only because I don't want them here. These pumpkins might get torn down because I think I can use this space out front and off to the side and in the back better. And also, I never liked them really. I built them and then never tore them down. But this has got all my farmer villagers. It has a pretty large pumpkin and melon farm underneath that we just worked on this. Put them somewhere else. Yeah, the giant pumpkins and melons are still gonna be up here, but they're gonna be like on the side. Like something that I want to do is like expand this hillside out a little bit and do like terraced farm layers, because it like kind of I know that's not, but that is actually Inca. That's the thing that the Inca people did, but it's also like Chinese rice paddies are like can be tiered farmland, and that's something I want to do along the sides of this little plateau. This actually, yeah, is Savannah Plateau. But down here we have the hay bale, the wheat farm that you guys will recognize because we just built it. This thing's amazing. Look at all of this wheat. Look at all these hay bales. That is a lot of target blocks. It's for target blocks. That's the only reason why I built it. But that's this build. Again, going to be filling this whole island with like a little city. You can see there's a house down here, but I actually hate this and I never liked it. So probably not going to tear this down. But I also might, because I never really liked it, is the secret. But I think if I hide it well enough, it won't be a problem. Over here, this is actually the planned location for a build that we have not yet done. This island, I want to like kind of cover in like Alien. If you've seen Pearlescent Moon's Hermitcraft Season 9 base, I kind of want to do something inspired by that. Do like weird, like custom organic alien plant growth on that island with my sniffer farm. And by sniffer farm, I mean not sniffer farm, but actually sniffer seeds farm. Pitcher pods and torch flowers. Wow, could not think of the words for that. This island is a villager breeder island. It's immensely temporary, and obviously this is not a build. This doesn't have to stay. I got a bunch of cats, but I also have all my mason villagers. If I ever need bricks, this is where I get my bricks from. This is also where we bred all the villagers for the mob switch in the Nether. As you can see, there's our zombifier. This was the portal that we sent them through. I don't think I ever turned the villager breeder off. Yeah, it looks like I never did. Frankly, because of this is why this over here is one of the reasons why the villager breeder's not turned off. Which is what we're on to next. The librarian trading hall. I actually am happy with this build, and again, it doesn't get to get torn down as a result. All the brown mushrooms are back there. For those of you who are unaware, you get brown mushrooms when you hit a regular mushroom with lightning. I'm mostly happy with this build. The roads aren't done, but this build I think is pretty good. I'm actually mostly pleased with this build. You can tell I got away from my over-texturing at this point, but I was really into gradients, and I hadn't quite figured them out yet. So we've got a pretty aggressive, although I don't think bad, gradient from dripstone to mud bricks to brown mushrooms. You can see I like got the dithering thing going on, but the walls themselves are not actually textured because I realized blank walls are the problem, not texture. Flat textured walls like this little section right here is not a problem because this is very much an intermediary space. It is broken up. It is there to break up the existing build. That's not a problem. Also, the books on the outside are weird. I don't worry about it. They're only there because I had to fit the interior. This is actually a weird case where I actually built the interior first and then built the exterior around it. So this interior, which I'm actually still very proud of, I love these little domes. I think they're just wonderful. I love the moss. I love the beehives and the chiseled bookshelves on the floor with the glazed green terracotta. I'm very pleased with this build. Yeah, Geeky gets it. It's also got all of my legacy villagers with my legacy librarians with 1 emerald each. 1 emerald book trades. These guys are great. I also buy all my glass here. I do have something important, is because I have every book in here, they are ordered alphabetically. I don't have breach or density book villagers yet. They unfortunately will not be curable down to 1 emerald, because that doesn't work anymore, unless if I get a data pack to do that, or a mod, which I don't want to do because, again, this is really mostly a vanilla world. You're building a library right now. You're absorbing ideas. I'm very, very pleased with this library. Fun fact about these little sections, the reason why there's so few chiseled bookshelves here is because it's actually on the outside as well, and the back of the chiseled bookshelf texture doesn't look as good. Also, if you want to build big bookshelves, and you want them to not, in my opinion, look terrible, look no farther than the wonderful Stanos, who made... Ooh, I'm gonna tell those apart. Who made me a custom resource pack, and I still thank him. Spot the odd book out, if you will. I think in chiseled bookshelves, the purple bookshelf is incredibly jarring. I really hate the purple book. I think it looks weird. So I asked Stenos to make me a resource pack, because I didn't know how to make resource packs yet, and he made me a red book. So this book is now red, because there's not a red book normally in the chiseled bookshelf texture, but there are red books in here, and I frankly think it looks better. So many, many thanks to Stenos. I actually recently added a command. My resource packs are made by Vanilla Tweaks, which is my general resource pack found here. Stenos, in the case of this, and the cookie and the Rudog bucket are all Stenos made. And then I also make these packs. These 3 packs right here are made by me. Sometimes I make them. The ones I make are jokes, though. This pack is its only job. The Copper Blub pack is because Lucas and I were streaming, and he mispronounced the word copper bulb as copper blub like 6 times. So I made a pack to rename copper bulbs to copper blubs. That's all it does. I also spent like an hour in MS Paint at like 11:30 p.m. making this terrible texture of a blobby copper bulb just for the icon of the resource pack. If you want the packs, they are able to be found in the Discord, although I have been meaning to make a thread with all the packs linked for each version. Or each major version. If you want to use them. Really, the only one that I think you should use is the chiseled bookshelf texture, because I like it. But obviously you don't have to use any of them. My Vanilla Tweaks texture pack, the main thing you'll notice is it has lower grass and sides. It also makes a lot of things quieter. Lower shield is one of the big ones. Wow, I forgot, my shield's not here anymore. It's Vanilla Tweaks. There are tweaks to the vanilla game. That's also where I get my data packs from. These are all Vanilla Tweaks data packs. Also, I don't know why this is broken still. Something cool about this trading hall, one of my favorite things about it, is these shulker boxes are full of books. If I take a book out, the light turns off. I'm endlessly proud of this redstone. It's not even complicated. It's literally just comparative signal torch tower to a redstone lamp, but I think it's cool. If this is ever not full, I can just take a book out. It's only done because you can only buy like 6 books at a time per day. We have 9 more slots for more enchanted books. We're gonna have to move. The villagers are in alphabetical order. This is annoying because every time Mojang adds new enchantments, I have to move them all. Lunge is being added in the next update, so I'll have to move these all again. But they are adding new books on a rate that I've calculated as I will fill up this hall in about 10 years. They don't add books that fast, but they do add books. If they keep adding in new enchantments at the same rate that they've been adding them currently, this trading hall will fill up in about 10 years. When it does so, I have a plan. Well, my plan, for starters, was to leave empty slots, which I did. My other plan is I'm going to replicate this hall, both ends of this hall, upstairs. There should be room here to basically stack this, or a version of this, in this central space right here. I may have to modify the roof line a little bit here to fit it, but I'm going to try. It won't have this dome, obviously. Well, it actually might. Because this area, as you can tell, is still very much unfinished. But it is built. I've been live for 3 hours. I'm going to take a break to go refill my water bottle. This part right here, everything from what I'm saying right now, or everything from I'm taking a little break, will be cut out of the VOD that I upload. Well, will be cut out of the uploaded World Tour recording, because I need to get water. I'll be back in like 3 or 4 minutes. I do need to stretch my legs and get some water. It's been a little bit. I'll see you soon. Also, I gotta give up more points. That's more than alright, Geeky. I am going to upload this to YouTube after all. You're not going to be able to stick around for the whole tour. That's so okay. I mean, I did tell you it was going to take about 2 hours. But that's more than okay. It'll all get uploaded. Forget what our teas are right at. Yeah, actually, depending on how long I go for, I might make tea because my voice is bothering me a little bit. So maybe I'll make some tea. Probably at hour 4.5 is probably when I'll take my next longer break. But I'll be back shortly. I do need to go get water. Sit tight, y'all. And Kiki, if you have to run, thank you for showing up. Absolute pleasure to have you. And thank you for telling me you wanted to give me gifts. It really means a lot. I'll be back soon. Enjoy the music. I have returned. Thank you, everyone. My voice was actually starting to bother me a little bit because don't tell Geeky I ran out of water like an hour ago. I really should have gotten more, but I was having too much fun. But my voice was starting to hurt, and I really couldn't avoid it. Couldn't put it up any longer. World tour. We're back. This is where I'll cut back in, right? Now, I was gonna clap, and then I was like, oh, I don't want to hurt anyone's ears. We're gonna cut back in. I'll probably not. I think it's silly. Next we have northwards to the next build is the Iron Farm. I really thought it was going to appear over the horizon. Well, actually, pit stop. Right here, this island. This has actually been torn down because it was ugly. This island is where I got my blue axolotl. This right here is, you can tell by the mini HUD tag, is Cayenne, my blue axolotl, who is very currently trying to swim away from me. Come back here. You are very valuable to me. This guy's not an adult. I have not let him out. Kyle, congratulations. Well done. I have not let him out for long enough to to grow up into an adult so I could breed it to get more blue axolotls. So it's currently the only blue axolotl I have, which is why he only comes out for very limited amounts of time. Eventually, I will let him grow up so I can breed more, but I haven't done that yet. So, but I do have one. Took me about, like, 4 or 5 hours. I got pretty lucky. Geeky, congratulations on winning your gamble. See, luck is with you today. Luck is with you today. That's the 3rd time in a row you've won. This is the Iron Tower. It's currently missing at least 1 zombie, and also it doesn't work. No, I'm kidding. It does work right now. Oh, hey, look. You just saw a golem pop in out of existence right there. We are missing 1 zombie right now. Yeah, this one right here. Sometimes it randomly decides to spit out zombies. I don't know why. I think if it gets unloaded on like the wrong tick, it can break slightly. I don't know what happens to the zombies. Like, they do just disappear. I think what happens is basically I think what happens is that basically they get lazy loaded. I don't know. Somehow this keeps occasionally shedding zombies. Actually, we're missing 2, it looks like. I really don't know. Yeah, the gambling has a 1-minute cooldown for everyone. I don't really know how this is losing zombies, but it is occasionally losing zombies, which is kind of annoying. But I honestly have enough iron for the rest of this world, so it doesn't really matter. This is the Iron Farm storage. I have all of this. These are all full of iron blocks. These are also, well, that's not supposed to be there. Oh, oh god, what is happening here? Oh, somehow some nuggets got in here, and it didn't break. Okay. Well, don't know how long that's been happening for, but this thing has been spitting out iron. Just kind of throwing it out everywhere. I don't know how that happened. It shouldn't be able to. I don't know. Oh, I actually do know what happened. Okay, that's actually annoyingly my fault. Some time ago, this wasn't working. Some time ago, when some items got stuck at some point, and I fixed it. But apparently, I also allowed it to craft some ingots or some nuggets. Geeky, congratulations! I can promise you are working with the same odds. Now, intro is somewhere. Somewhere intro is seething. Somewhere intro, there's a very upset introverted gamer out there who is very unlucky. Try not to stress out any of the hoppers or anything by putting too many in there. Oh geez, yeah, okay, I'm actually gonna... Yeah, it looks like... Well, I don't know how long these built up. This thing is... Actually, considering this crap, this farm is actually really fast. I'm actually a little bit concerned about all these items building up. So I'm actually gonna... Yeah, we're actually gonna remove I'm gonna get these. Zombie escapes, goes through portal, regrets life choices. That's what I suspect is happening, but they shouldn't be able to do that. Like, there shouldn't be a way for it to escape. Okay, I think that's all the iron blocks that got... Yeah, that should be everything that got stockpiled. So I can just manually put that in the shulker right now. I do believe this is my fault, because I actually loaded in a bunch of items into the hoppers, figuring it would take care of itself, but clearly it did not. Problem solved. I don't know, this farm has been having a couple of issues. It's a good farm. It's not foolproof. That was a great throw. We're just going to ignore that. Okay, that is the iron farm, which was also a more recent project. Villager breeder for the iron farmers right there. Also in this area, we have... My elytra's not that far from breaking. We have my cobblestone farm. This farm... Yeah, there's also no sign on this. Nope. This farm is designed by El Mango as well. It's a fantastic farm. Would highly recommend. Ignore my lack of 6x speed item sorters. We're just going to pretend it doesn't exist. If we fly over this way, we'll find two builds, actually. I totally forgot about this one. But first, we'll find this build, which I'm actually relatively proud of. As well as a big wheat farm. Eventually, I will fill this whole valley with wheat. Not right now. But this is a little build I did just for fun one day. I don't know, this really build's got no reason to be here. It's got a cool tree on it, though. Still obsessed with vines, but a little bit less so, because there's only one vine on this one. This over here is my broken mud farm. I designed my own mud farm. It's kind of tucked in here. It doesn't totally work right now. It's a little broken. I don't know why. But it's pretty good. It's better than nothing at the moment. If I ever need medium amounts of mud, I come out here and get it. But it is something I'm generally decently proud of. Next, we have the Shepherd settlement. No, Kiki! It was bound to happen eventually. That seems more accurate. I mean, it is a 50-50. Well, actually, we have some oh, sorry, that's not the right button. We have some... This is a little flower forest. There's a couple of flower farms out here. They're not decorated. These are temporary. But next we have this. This is my wool farm, and eventually with my shepherd settlement. This is our most recent build project. And there's a fox in here. And is the one that I talked about not being totally happy with. This build, I'm happy with that one. This build I'm also happy with. These ones out on the waterfront and the docks here, I'm not totally happy with. I think they're lacking something, some character, some uniqueness, and I'm just not happy with them. This one's actually okay, though. I don't hate this one. These ones I do not like. It's not this one. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. I don't like this one right here. I actually don't hate these two. Or this one back here. It's the windows. It might be the windows. It might be the windows. The windows might be overly symmetrical. Oh, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try one thing really quick. The windows might be overly symmetrical. There's a certain amount of building of asymmetry that looks realistic in builds. Hang on. I'm just literally moving one window. There's no ladder down. I'm literally just moving this one window, making this a three-way window, and I'm removing one of the windows upstairs. This will not fix it. I know this won't fix it. I was right. It didn't fix it. Yeah, I didn't fix it. No, not even close. I thought that's not gonna look good. No, that's worse. That's much worse. Okay, nope, that was not it. That was not it. I'm trying something different, but whatever I just did was not it. And it is, I think you're right. I think it is the windows, though. I'm trying that, though. That might look okay. I don't think I'm gonna love it. No, I still don't love it. I don't think you're wrong, though. I think it very well could be the windows. Really, the problem here is that I did not have... I have no, like, good... I didn't have any good, like, reference images for this build. I was just kind of freestyling, which I can do okay when I've got a better style in my head. They're too square. Yeah, it's something. I think it could be the windows. I don't really know. There's something I'm not happy with about these builds, though. This one's actually okay. I kind of like this one. I think it's because with this one, I stuck a little harder to the style. Because these builds this one and the one back there have a pretty distinct build style, and I stuck to it. And with these ones, I kind of strayed away from it. So these buildings these don't have to stay. But then again, I don't hate like this angle. This angle's not bad of this house, especially at least of this house. And like I kind of like the size of this one. That one kind of works in my head. But I think part of the problem is that these are too similar. I think maybe the same identical like style of a front is not it. Trying to use slightly different wood types on each of these was also not it. I don't know. But I think what it really is, I think it's the roofs. I think it's because they all have borderline identical roofs. So this build needs a lot of love, and I also have got like a cool stained glass window thing going on with most of these that I abandoned here, and I think that's not helping. But this I will certainly come back to. I do not feel obligated to keep these houses because they're not great. Like that's goofy actually. That's just because I'm missing some stairs and trapdoors and stuff. But this build is actually the original build because underneath here, my wool farm. Fun fact: this wool farm I built almost 4 years ago. This build I built on top of it 2.5 years later. And this build I built a year after that, and these builds I built a year after that. This project has been a long time. I've been working on this for a long time. But this wool farm is 4 of each sheep. I will probably be expanding it downwards to being 8 of each sheep. Just basically building a duplicate underneath. Although, I don't know. It's depending on how long I spend here and how much I've got a lot of this wool stockpiled. I don't really need it. But I may if I feel like it's worth doing. And then back here is a build that I am mostly happy with. I'm still debating about changing one thing, and I've been debating about it this whole time. I really like the green, cyan, blue, and purple like wool color banners here, and I do not care for the brown, orange, magenta, and pink wool. So these might be getting swapped to these 4 colors just in a different order. Because I don't love it, but I do like the fireplace at the end. Eventually, these will have all of my shepherd villagers, because I really much prefer those colors to that. Just something generally I was unhappy about when I designed this, and I'm still unhappy about with it. What version did this world start in? I started this world in 1.16.5. In approximately August 18th, 19th, 17th, somewhere in that ballpark. August 15th of 2020 is the day I started this world. Yeah, and I've been playing in it ever since. We are currently at, let's get a check on, that's not where I need to be. Let's get a check on time played. Currently we're at 68.67 days. Yes, that's 2 whole months. I am a normal person. 68.67 is 1,648 hours of my real life. Well, about 100. It's easily 100 of it, if not 150 of it, are AFK. So it's not all that. Where do we have to go anywhere before we finish the loop? Yes, we will come back up here, but not right now. We're gonna swing back down to the current project, which is the Ultimate Redstone Crafter. So what we're working on right now. It's a giant... Ooh, hello, game. It is... Please tell me that wasn't a crash. How did I know? How did I know? So, for those who are unaware, at the moment, I have this chronic issue where my game likes to randomly completely freeze and stop working. And I don't know why. But it does. The only way to stop it is to maybe that's it. Is to go into Task Manager, close Java, and reopen it. I did, by the way, try uninstalling Java and reinstalling Java. That was not the issue. It pretty much only happens when I'm streaming. No, I don't know why. So just hang tight. I might cut this out the world tour. I might not. Depends on how I'm feeling. Don't you worry about corruption? Yes, I'm immensely worried about corruption. I'm very worried about corruption. This constant crashing is not helping my worries about corruption. I don't know what I can do though. Realistically, I suspect that it's corruption. I think my world's just a bit corrupted. Something happens in this world that messes with saving. I know it's with saving, or at least I think it's with saving, and I don't really know what's causing it, because I've never heard of anyone having this issue before. But it's probably a corruption issue. This world's pretty old. I think I've accidentally loaded it with mods a couple of times, like real game alter mods. Never done anything, but like I've got structures that are bugged. Like this world's a little bit weird. When you have a world for this long and you do as much weird things, when you do as much things as I do, it's corruption on some level is inevitable. I don't know if there's a way to uncorrupt a world. It's kind of hard for me to do anything about it because I do not know what the issue is. Whoa! Sorry, I just discovered something cool. Stenos now has a tag for the Discord. It's the chill tag. Whoa, what's that? What is that splash text? This text is hard to read if you play the game at the default resolution, but at 1080p it's fine. I play at 1080p. That was tricky to read. You guys might struggle with that, actually. You guys might actually struggle with that. But I'll probably cut that out of the world tour. But we're back. I think I'm flying. It's hard to read at 4K. Well, the thing is you're getting it streamed at 1080 from me. So, like, even if it was 4K, even if your monitor's 4K, you're still only getting it in 1080p from me. Like, it's not being sent at 4K resolution to you. But the Ultra Redstone Crafter, it's a giant redstone project. It's unfinished. But we're working on it earlier today, and I'll continue working on it tonight. It's going to auto-craft all of these redstone components for me. Except for honey. And glass. It doesn't auto-craft those. Nitpicky. This is one of my favorite farms, actually. This is my little bamboozler. This thing is ungodly fast. It's like, it produces, I think, 72,000 bamboo per hour at the cost of 56,000 bone meal an hour. But it's so fast. It has no bamboo in it. It has no bone meal in it, so I can't run. But I'm generally quite proud of it. It's my own design. It runs off a really... I'm very happy with it. It's a terrible super smelter. You can ignore it. Also, these are my shulkers. I brought them from the end dimension. They live here now. This area is also a bit of a testing ground for me. I got a snow golem in here. I do general testing things there. I believe that is almost everything in the main region of my overworld. There's a slime farm under here. This is my original slime farm. It's still here, but it doesn't really... I don't know why that layer is flooded, but it doesn't get used much on account of I have a better one. But I believe we've covered everything within the main region of my world. Like within generally this circle in the overworld. Yeah, I think so. So now, we've got a whole nother dimension to talk about. It's time to go to the Nether. In the Nether, we've got a whole bunch of things in the Nether. Less things in the overworld. This won't take another hour and a half. Oh, also, this is a chronic problem. My game lags super hard going into the Nether. I say chronic. It's actually a pretty new problem, now that I think about it. We have my Nether hub. I'm still very happy with this nether hub, actually. I designed this a very long time ago. But it looks great with the black. This is all black stained glass. It looks great with the connected textures. But this is my nether hub. Got my 4 little colors. This is very inspired by the Hermitcraft Season 6 nether hub, actually. They had these very similar... theirs were much larger, obviously, but they had a very similar glowstone, sandstone, and terracotta thing going on. Although this is unique, and they also had the whole lower nether hub with like the map of the world, which was awesome. I got the east, which is the east is kind of the main tunnel, because if you remember, sorry, nether roof spoilers. If you remember from the world how I talked about how my spawn point is left, is my spawn point world spawn or 0, and my world spawn are not the same. World spawn, or my spawn, where I have moved world spawn to is this portal right here. The portal we came out of. This is where world spawn is. 0 is all the way over here at the center. This is where 0 is. So the nether hub is like awkwardly shifted where the bulk of the tunnels are east. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 portals in the east tunnel, and then significantly less in all the other tunnels. Like the north tunnel only, or the south tunnel only has 1 portal right now. The west tunnel has none, and then the north tunnel only has 2. Also, the portals that are really far out don't get nether portals, or don't get hub tunnels. These hub, you can't see the upworld right now. I can't show it on the map. Wait, can I actually? Toggle dimension. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, look, I didn't even know you could do this. Like this is 0 approximately, but my world spawn's up here. So like all of the builds here are to the east, so they're all in the east tunnel. The only locations that get nether hub tunnels are any builds generally within roughly this circle. Those will all get nether hub tunnels, or those will get nether tunnels. Everything else is on the roof, because I don't feel like building tunnels that long. But in the nether itself, we have some builds. We're going to start in not order I built them, but with this thing. This thing, believe it or not, is a gold farm. Something else you should know about this gold farm is it sucks. It was designed by me before I really knew how to build farms. But it worked. It produced me a lot of gold. I also built this little mini piglin bartering setup. It's quite well decorated, actually. I'm proud of the decoration in here. It's got 3 piglins in here. They trade me. This is an old trader. I don't use this anymore, but yeah, I don't even know what's going on there. But this is a build. I'm proud of this. This isn't going anywhere. This is also not going anywhere by virtue of I'm too lazy to tear it down. That was the first place I actually broke a hole in the nether roof. Although it's not important. This is my basalt farm. It may look familiar to you. That's because it was directly modified from Ilmango's cobblestone farm. Except I turned it into a basalt farm. Why? I actually don't know. I don't need basalt right now. Or soon. I just decided to do so anyways. It works pretty great. I'm actually quite proud of this. Like, I had to make like a shifting floor design here to handle all of the items, because they come out really fast. It makes like 138,000 an hour. That is a Froglight farm. This is pretty heavily inspired by... oh yeah, put a sign here. This is Radical Elder. This farm is basically Radical Elder's design. I made some slight modifications to it, but not enough modifications for me to take credit. This very much Radical Elder's design. It's not exactly his design, but it's enough of his design to get credit, hence directly inspired. Out here is my Ghast farm. Ghasts spawn on magma. They die on the wither roses. I get ghast tears. This actually, believe it or not, was okay. They also make horrible, horrible noises. Yeah. Ghast dying sounds are terrible. But look, this was originally my gunpowder farm in this world, believe it or not. Back this way, away from the horrible noises. And the reason why the magma cube, the The Froglet farm is not farming. It has no frogs in it. Nope. Has no magma cubes in it. And the gold farm has no penguins in it. Is this? This is the mob switch that I talked about earlier. This is 70 zombified villagers that I've traded with. These guys count towards the mob cap and don't despawn. So these guys are broken up into cells of 10, just for ease of counting. These guys will not be staying here. They are only here for one reason, which we will get to later. Over here we have my very temporary basalt farm. This was built before that was built, obviously. And we have my pet Strider. This is Stridlington. You can't see his name when I'm in free cam. Great job, mate. This is Stridlington. I actually don't remember why he's up here. I brought him up from the nether roof, from the nether floor, for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I think I brought him up here so I could get the, Yeah, I remember now. I brought him up here to get the... No, feels like home has to be in the overworld. I don't even know why this guy's up here. But he lives up here now. Next, well, here we've got some random malays. They're not important. They're just there. We have my honey farm. This thing is a beast. We built this quite recently. Designed by, MTE 1998 from the Technical Minecraft Archive. They're a Chinese creator, I believe, officially. But this thing rules. Chunk loader. That's not working? It seems like we've lost one of the minecarts for this. I don't really know why. I'm gonna fix it. Alright, I don't know why that broke. Not really gonna ask questions. I do know why it broke. It's because I've left it chunk loaded. Like, this is loaded even when I log in or log out, and I probably should. This is our copper oxidizing arena. It's just a chunk loader that's off with a bunch of copper. It's not important. It's just right now. I honestly probably wouldn't talk about it if it wasn't right next to the bee farm. Alright. We have nothing else close by in the nether. So we're gonna do some stuff that's a little farther afield right now. Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff that's a little bit farther out. That's all the stuff that's close by. Oh, also, out this way in the nether, this portal is my mining desert and mesa. It's entirely unimportant except for the fact that I mine sand there. If we fly out this way, this leads us to the end dimension. This is something that I pointed out on the map briefly earlier. This hole was dug around the end portal. It's very obviously not done. I do have a build plan for here, I just haven't done it yet. I started this like several years ago. Behind us is the Ender Ender. It works. I got nothing else to say about it. Out here in the end dimension, we also have... This is my Skulk Sensor farm that we built very recently. Out there, this thing rules, designed by... I don't know, but I can check. That's not their name, sorry. Hey look, I have a sign. By Redstonia. This thing rules, it's so fast. But, oh, that's... I just hop... Oh. My heart just jumps out of my chest there. I accidentally hot swapped my bucket. Now, out in the Outer Islands, in one of these directions, through, I think this, we're going to go through this portal, although I'm not sure it's the right one. Oh, actually, before we go, we'll do that when we come back. Yes, this way. Well, this is an end city, obviously. But not what we're here for. Out in... Wow, I am just not at all in the right place. Am I? Yeah, not even close. I chose the wrong gateway. We'll still fly there the manual way, unfortunately, because it'll be faster, I think. But that's just not the gateway I meant to go through. This fly time I might cut out. I might leave it in as well. I don't actually care that much. But where we're headed is the Shulker farm. Both the old one and the new one. So Mojang changed Shulker farm. I didn't hit the ground. Wow, I was really close. Okay, Mojang changed Shulker farm mechanics, or Shulker mechanics, so that this farm right here no longer works. This was originally designed by Ending Credits, although I also lack a sign here. This thing ruled when it worked. It no longer works anymore, so I built this one. Ignore the ridiculous pillar of hoppers. I forgot how stupid that is. Ignore the ridiculous pillar of hoppers. This Shulker farm is designed by Ending Credits. They're both designed by Ending Credits. Ending Credits is the Shulker farm guy, for context. This thing is also incredible. If anyone's looking to build a Shulker farm, this thing unironically took less than an hour. That's not true. Actually, it took like an hour and a half, and it makes like 800 shells an hour. I think it's incredible. It's an incredible farm. Back to the end spawn. Underneath the I have fought the dragon all 20 times. Oh, that's my elytra durability. We're gonna get the backup. In the end, we've got, well, this is what's left of, well, this right here is what's left of Snow Golem Wither Rose farm. It doesn't work anymore, and that's okay. And then this is my Wither Killer. I can just fill up these dispensers with Wither Skeleton Skulls, and stand over here and place Soul Sand, and it automatically fills up these blocks and kills withers for me. There are no wither stars in here, but that's okay. Now, you might be asking, but why do we need a wither killer? How many withers could you possibly be killing? And the answer to that question is a lot. Now, you might also be asking, but where do you get all these nether stars from? Or sorry, where do you get all these wither skeleton skulls from? And there I have an answer for you. I just have to fly to my base first, and then I will have an answer for you. Oh, I just realized I forgot something. You will get your answer to where I get all my wither skeleton skulls in a little bit. I realized I have something else I should show off first. First, we're going to use one of my favorite bits of tech. Under here, we have this handy-dandy little contraption, which is an... Apparently, I have ender pearls left in the stasis chamber. I don't remember leaving those there. Well, great job, me. Well, this is an fishing rod powered ender pearl stasis chamber. The way this works is it's actually not that complicated. But basically, after I go through this portal, I can use this fishing rod to instantly teleport myself back there via lazy chunks. Basically, the ender pearl chunk loads itself and lazy loads the fishing rod, the chunk with the fishing rod bobber. Whenever I activate the fishing bobber, the game's like, oh wait, hang on a minute, you're not nearly close enough for that to be connected, and updates the trapdoor and teleports you back. It's a cool system. It's also wireless and really handy. KK, welcome back. You want to blow your Minecraft head out of its netherite helmet? No, physics has been rough to you. Absolutely brutal. But our short pit stop is this way, out to the one... Okay, I really thought it was going to have rendered in by the time I started talking there. Out to the wonderful Dash Pump 4's Gold Farm. There we go, nailed the timing. Also, Logical Geek Boy's Piglin Bartering Farm is also here. These farms absolutely rule. These farms are both awesome. Dash Pump's amazing. We love Dash. This farm is fantastic. The Piglin Barter is also great. Been using it for years. This was the thing I forgot about. Now, we're going south. We're going to here. This is the travel time I may cut out. 16 questions on a single extension. It took nearly 5 hours. That's, like, downright evil. That's so many questions. That's kind of ridiculous. Also, ignore me. I'm not going to check Discord at all. I don't know what you're talking about. This is quite a bit far out in the Nether. Which is the reason why I set up the Edifral Stasis is so that we don't have to fly back, and I can teleport back. Especially considering our next destination is actually in the exact opposite direction. But if we come out, well, we're not there yet. I'm not gonna talk World Tour stuff while we're flying here because I'll cut this out. Because this isn't interesting. I'm gonna have to like upload a video editing stuff. I'm gonna have to re-download a video editing software. I guess I'll need that for a school project that I've been working on. I gotta make a video on biochem, or video for my biochem class about, well, it's gonna be about it's gonna be about a disease, but it doesn't matter. And we're back. We've made it to our next destination, about 1,500 blocks away. It's not even that far. Oops. This, as you can tell by the gigantic hole in the bedrock, is my wither skeleton farm. This thing is awesome. This thing is in another perimeter that I hand dug part of. Did not hand dig all of it, to be clear. This thing was a labor of love. This thing took a long time to get working. But it's actually amazing. This thing is so fast. We'll go down to the killing chamber really quickly so that we can check it out. Look at these guys are already entity cramming. Sorry, this is loud. But this thing is amazing. Look at this. Look how many wither skeletons are coming through here. Look at that. Look at all of the wither skeletons. And look at all the items that are coming out. Look how often we get a wither skeleton skull. This thing is actually nuts. Each bedrock has to be popped individually. Oh god, no. No, not at all. But also, look how fast they spawn in. This right here is the power of a perimeter. Look at the speed at which these guys are spawning in. This is actually a quadruple crossroads. I scanned every fortress within about 5,000 blocks, and this was one of the only I was going to scan every fortress within 5,000 blocks, but I found one within 2,000. But this is a quadruple crossroads portal or farm, and it's incredible. This farm is officially by Strome, I believe, but I did make some slight modifications. It's it's mostly his design, but not entirely. And boat looting by MD. All the boat looting's by MD. But no, the bedrock here was done with a machine. If you want, somewhere in my Discord, I have a post linked with the design of the world leader I used, but you could also find it. You can also watch the world eating happening if you want to look through my VODs for whatever reason. All the VODs are uploaded to YouTube, where this will be. But this over here is, this is just the storage system. This isn't anything special. But what is awesome is the rate at which this thing pours out bone blocks. You may be thinking that I actually built this for the wither skeleton skulls. I didn't. I built it for the bone blocks. And also for the coal blocks. Although the wither skeleton skulls are a nice bonus. Look how many with it. I could get another 2 stacks of nether stars with this. Or sorry, 2 stacks? I'd get another 2 shulker boxes of nether stars with all of these. Yeah. It's pretty cool. This is the overworld side of the wither skeleton farm. Nothing else to do here, so we're home now. I love this tech. I'm actually going to use it. I'm actually going to set it up a second time because we'll want it for the next one. For the next place we go. Wither skeleton farm is awesome. That was a pretty big project, pretty big stream project. We did almost the entire thing on stream. I ran the world leader off stream mostly because I wasn't doing anything. I was literally just sitting with Minecraft up on my second monitor doing work, like monitoring it, because every so often I needed to go fix stuff. Like I needed to stop it and go remove some ancient debris that got stuck in it. So it just wasn't worth streaming, in my opinion. I actually did stream breaking all the bedrock because I set up the bedrock breakers only had to run for about an hour and a half each cycle, which is much shorter than the world leader, which ran for about 6, I think. But my volume's still low. But I actually streamed all of the bedrock breaking, and I actually played a different video game with Minecraft in the corner. It was actually really silly. Alright, our next destination, and I think the final destination of the world tour, is through this portal. Technically the second to last destination. This is my state-of-the-art, well, not state-of-the-art, this is my witch farm design. This is mostly designed by me. We're going to turn it on, because I love this thing. If we free cam on down here, these shifting floor platforms were not designed by me. These were designed by... oops. Oh, not whiffed. Shift. These were designed by Zapranos. Although the minecart system and this little thing up here was heavily inspired by Strom, by the same guy who designed the Wither Skeleton Farm, but really designed by me. This thing is a beast. This thing produces like 12,000 redstone dust an hour. As you can see by this, I mean, look at this. The witches basically just get shuffled up in minecarts from down here, and this thing pours out redstone. It is absolutely amazing. I wanted to turn on to show you guys. No, but I am a huge fan of this farm. It produces all of this redstone. It's actually produced in its lifetime about triple this. This is just what's I AFK'd for about 4 hours today, and this is what I got. 6 full shulker boxes of redstone blocks. This thing is a menace. This is cool. I haven't actually seen much of your world. That's kind of why I wanted to do the world tour. Because I wanted to let people who haven't seen my world, because I've spent 1,600 hours. I've done a lot of stuff. We've also got glowstone, gunpowder, spider eyes, sugar, glass bottles, sticks, and I keep all the potions, although this is frankly unnecessary. No one needs this many potions of healing. At one point I tried modifying it so that it produced potions of water breathing instead. It just didn't work great. It lowered my rates a little bit. I'm gonna grab ice cream or something, I'll be right back. Alright, enjoy the ice cream. Also, I was reading your messages about your project. I just wasn't responding to them in the moment. I'm sorry. But this is the slime farm. This thing's awesome. Oh, and the moon's actually good. We will actually hop up here and I'll show it off. Oh, this is designed officially. Actually, you know what? I don't know who this is designed by officially. I mean, you can give build credit to this to like 7 different people. You can give Mumbo or Doc or Ilmango or a million different people build credit for this. But not Razorworks. I'm kidding. I actually don't know. I don't think you can give credit to Razorworks. I don't think Razorworks tries to take credit for this. I shouldn't even be talking about that right now. No, this thing is awesome. The swamp slime farms are the meta now. But this thing actually rules. Produces... Look at ignore the god-awful dropper system down here, but look at all the slime balls. Well, okay, great job, me. Was this from the Mumbo farm? Was this from the Mumbo farm that failed so hard at reinvented slime farms? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That's why I said you could technically give Mumbo credit for this, because for those unaware, Mumbo designed a slime farm so bad that it accidentally revolutionized slime farming. But that was the original design inspiration for this. Not, I got the design inspiration from somewhere else, but that is where the original design inspiration for this style of farm came from. But I don't think there's very clearly nothing else out here. Far reach to the overworld. This is all exploration. This is the overworld portion of the gold farm. Yeah, this is up here, and then down here is the Wither Skeleton farm. So I actually think we've covered everything. I do not believe that I just totally looked at that in. I do not believe there is anything left to cover. Oh, also, we kind of glossed over it. I hand dug this whole perimeter. That's a thing that I did. This is a real thing I did. I spent like 5 months of my life hand digging this entire perimeter. And now you might be saying, but Mac, look at all these mobs spawning in the perimeter. Not if I stand in the exact middle. They can't spawn if I stand in the middle. That is the downside of this perimeter, is that unless I'm standing on this obsidian block, or I think I get 1 block of leeway, for the most part. I get a couple blocks of leeway, realistically, but if I stand too far out from the middle, mobs spawn like crazy. As long as we can see these guys will despawn. It's like that guy there will despawn as soon as I get... Oh, no, I can't see him. Oh, he just despawned. Well, it's because I'm not wrong. Whatever. Point is, this was a hand-dug perimeter, and it took a lot of work, but I didn't want to world lead one at the time, so I decided to hand-dig it. But if you look at the despawn sphere, which is set up there, it perfectly matches. It just perfectly cuts off the edge of this. Look at this. Witches would despawn if they fell 1 block lower. But it perfectly matches the perimeter, the hole I dug, so it's perfect. Also, ignore the fossil and the geodes that are slightly lower in rates. I don't care. But that's this thing. Now, home. I love the fishing rod trick so much. I do not believe that there's anything else. Let me rephrase that. I do not believe there's anything else major. There are lots of little things that I'm sure I didn't cover. I didn't cover... I mean, all the exploration I've done... some random little tiny... Oh, I did... There is a thing I forgot. I did forget a thing. I did forget something. I knew there was something. Well, actually... I'm going to talk about it, but it's not important. This little sea pickle right here belongs to the overworld side of my the automated mob switch turner back honor, which is cool. It doesn't work anymore, but it's still cool. Oh, I'm gonna try to get there in the Nether, mostly because I also don't know how to get there in the overworld, and we will see how it goes. I might cut when I get there. You'll see. We have to get the loading screen a second. I don't actually remember... Oh, I guess... No, I guess there's nothing really to cover underneath the Nether roof. This is my... this is my way out to the regular Nether, through that button. I mean, there's no farms down here. There is my, This is my broken fortress. It's not a real fortress anymore. I am flying fully the wrong direction. Well, I'm definitely cutting this out now. Ooh, look at that. Professional flying skills. Okay. So, I'm trying to see if I can remember how to get there. I think I go this way. And then I think it should be tucked back here. No, this is the same mistake I made last time. Oh yeah, I also mined a lot of ancient debris under here. There's somewhere in this area, I can never remember where. Also, I don't even think I finished raiding, this bastion. I don't think so. I don't remember raiding that one. Where is it? Oh no, I definitely raided this one. Oh, is it this way? Is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. That's the portal I was looking for. So I gotta go... It's behind this landmass. It's not that one. They're so similar. Right. Yeah, oh, yeah, it's here. Oh, not here. I changed my mind. You're far too tired now. You'll watch the World Tour if you haven't posted a 100-episode World Tour on your YouTube channel. I'm going to. That was the plan. That was always the plan. Also, we're basically done with it. We've covered most of everything. Although, here it is. This is what I was looking for. And we found the portal. It took a couple minutes, but we're back. Welcome to my trial chamber project. This needs to get redone. It's not currently in a state that I'm happy with. But in theory, this trial chamber is the trial chamber with the most trial spawners within, like, about 5,000 blocks to spawn. I looked for all of them. The reason why within 5,000 is because there actually aren't a lot of trial chambers in this area, because these are all old chunks, which don't generate trial chambers. But this has, I believe, 21 trial spawners, and the gist of it is the player rides this rail in a minecart and activates all of the trial spawners, which then spawn mobs into lava and dispense a key that can be collected on the same rail. Basically, I want to automatically, and then I've got all of the spawners linked up. If you follow the rail line, it goes over there, and then down there, and then back over here, and then over to this room, around to here, zigzags back and forth over here, comes down here, under there, under there, up here, into this room, does a loop, comes back around, does a loop of this room, and then comes back over here and zigzags back down this room. It goes to 21 trial spawners. It activates, supposed to be all of them. In reality, at the moment, it only activates about 4 or 5 of them. Or sorry, about 7 or 8 of them, about a third of them. I really don't know why. Good night, KK. Thank you for stopping by. It was an absolute pleasure to have you. Also, everyone gets their points, their hour points. There you go. Everyone gets points. This farm, I've since redesigned each module for this farm. And I will eventually be AFKing this because I want maces. I want some maces. And for some reason in my head, the best way to get lots of maces is to build a farm for the trial keys and then just speedrun through trial chambers with a bunch of keys and just open up all the vaults and then leave. Do I know why I think this? No, I don't really know I still don't really know why I'm doing it. But I think it's a cool project. And I've not, okay, I know Etho's working on something very similar, but I've not actually seen him working on it. Also, I guess, before we go, we're doing a world tour. Let's talk about my ender chest. My ender chest, pretty cool, if I do say so myself. We've got Nerd Box. This is full of all my redstone components. My Precious, which contains all my diamonds and netherite, as well as like notch apples, tall ferns, my mob heads, hearts of the sea, enchanted golden apples, my 1 millionth, 2 millionths, my 1 millionth and 2 millionth netherrack, and my 1 millionth stone, my blue axolotl, other such things, lunchbox, my general decorating box, transport, potions, my general armor and tool, or my general tools, spare tools and armor, my pickaxes. Only pickaxes. We've got, this is going to be a full set of backup gear. I have to get names for all of them. Haven't done that yet. Got my log box. Got my general wood box. Got rockets. This is supposed to be stone, but I actually lost this box, so this is currently the state of the replacement. All my useful items. These are just like, general utility. Beacons, because, beacons. And then we also have a bed, my shovel, chestplate, which is my diamond chestplate-y. Spare ender chests, some random things that I like having in a bundle, and my fortune pickaxe. And then here we've got just general multi-purpose project shelter boxes. Ender chest, my armor and tools all have names and enchantments if you want to look at them, I guess. If you want to look at them, there they are. Here you go. This is the names of all of them. These ones, a lot of these have fun names too. Got Bad Luck and Good Luck. Got Pokey Stick, Le Chopper, my Spade, my Flint and Steel. All sorts of random stuff. Some of these have names. Some of them don't. I'm letting you read them if you want to. Also, yes, we're actually using my backup elytra right now. I figured I'd let you guys check out the names. I do not... My statistics. This is really for me in the future. If I want to for some reason want to find a specific statistic from episode 100. Wow, this is going to take forever to scroll through. I should be able to pause it on any specific item if I really want to see this. No, it doesn't really matter. Also, Kyle, congratulations on going all in and getting yourself back up to 10,000 points. I'm kind of impressed. You've been getting really lucky with those gamble alls. Yeah, there's a lot of items in Minecraft these days. I figured I'd throw this in there. This is not really the world tour. This is more of a stats tour. I don't know. I think it's interesting. And I think I will... I mean, I made a backup of the world this morning, so I have this stuff, information all saved from episode 100, but I don't know if I want it in the VOD form. Here it is. If I don't want to, like, boot up that save file. Here are all the items. All the mobs, well, actually, yeah, all the mobs, I've died a bunch in this world. To random things. Don't worry about it. I've almost killed 200,000 Endermen. But what I've killed most of is... Wait for it. 170, wait, nope. 89 100 traders. No. I've actually killed 33,000 witches, but I've killed 300,000 weather skeletons and 400,000 or 480,000 zombified piglins. Also, just in case I want to, most mined items, netherrack, stone, other stuff. Time's broken. I have broken 5 diamond pickaxes. Crafted golden bone meal and spruce planks for some reason. I don't know why I've crafted 160,000 spruce planks, but I guess I have. Times used. You can't even read this, but that's a 3. Or a 5. I actually can't tell. Picked up, yep, mostly stone. Dropped, yeah, it's all netherrack. But also a lot of ender pearls and golden rotten flesh and other stuff. I don't know, I figured it'd be cool to show all this general stats off. I do not think that there is anything else left in the world tour. I certainly have forgotten things. Kind of crazy that we were able to do a full whirlwind tour of my whole world in about 2 hours, almost exactly 2 hours. But I'm proud of this world. I've put a lot of work into it. I plan on putting more work into it. And it's not done. And I really thank you all for stopping by and watching me do it. Also, the Cliff Cow and Cliff Sheep have been here for several years, which is also fun. I got nothing else. That's the end. That's it. This is where I'm gonna end. We're gonna end zoomed in on these two. I think it's silly. That's a whole world tour.